Hello ladies and gentlemen, Noobs Masters here with you. Today I'd like to talk a little bit about tactical reload and quick switching of your weapons. Now, it often happens in multiplayer that you are caught in a pinch, you are surrounded by your enemies, and you know exactly the kind of metagame that you need to perform in order to eliminate your enemies in the right situation. Often it happens that you are panic spraying in these moments, and during your panic spray, of course, you empty out your weapon. You waste all 30 rounds or 16 rounds, depending on capacity of your weapon's magazine. And during those moments, when you waste up all your rounds, often what I see happening is that people are starting to reload in front of their enemy. It is usually a miracle if they remember to actually take cover. So let's try to mitigate that problem. To solve this problem, we need to learn the habit of tactical reload, and we need to learn a habit of quick switching. Quick switching means that you are switching to your secondary weapon, to your backup weapon, before you actually need to reload your primary weapon. Before your primary weapon ammo counter goes to 0. So let's make up a custom game. I always have my gun training playlist on a Hereford base, just as a secure area for maximum playtime. So don't save my changes. Started as a player, and the idea here is that we're just gonna stand in front of the wall, we're gonna spray into the wall, and we're gonna keep our eye on the ammo counter, because we want to start a reload not when the ammo counter goes to 0, but when it goes to 1. So let's take our trusty AK. Let's put the CQB sights on it, maybe even laser, just for the fun of it. Just for the fun of it. And we start at the shooting range, because there's a lot of walls that are just designed for good target practice. Let's get my drone back to the base.
10 seconds. 5 seconds before insertion.
Now I'm gonna spawn over here.
Biohazard container location unknown. Find the biohazard container.
Okay, so let's first of all let's see what the problem is. The problem is that usually what I see players do is they do the panic spray, they empty out their magazine, and then they swap it out, and then they need to chamber the round in. Yeah, you saw Fuse pulling the charging handle. Let me repeat it again for you. So, out, in, charge. That charge phase we can skip if we perform a tactical reload. A tactical reload is when you have shot at least one round out of your weapon, and then you just need to swap a half full mag to a full one. So what happens is out, in, ready. That is a tactical reload. So what you want to do with your primary weapon, if you want to train just for the tactical reload, is you shoot and you keep your eye on the ammo counter, and when it goes to 1, you reload. And you need to get used to the timings of different RPMs of your different weapons that you're going to play with. Most probably, it should be the primary weapons of your main operators that you're mostly playing. For example, I'm mostly Fuse, Pulse, and I think Valkyrie player. I often play with Valkyrie, but I can take on a lot of operators as I'm practicing with most of them. I'm just not playing often with them. I often play with Pulse as a defender. Anyways, you get used to that timer of your spray. And, well, everybody happens. It happens with everyone. But okay, so that is our tactical reload practice. What do we do with the quick switching practice? The same that we did with the tactical reload, we can do with the quick switching. So when we empty out our gun, yeah, this time let's go for the defenders. Let's give it a rook and this time our ammo count is gonna be 50 for the magazine, and we're gonna try to shoot as many rounds downrange as we possibly can. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a red dot. Blah blah blah. This stuff. And let's go to the armory. There's a lot of nice walls to shoot.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
So we stand in front of a brick
10
wall,
seconds left.
and then we just start learning how to. So okay,
5 seconds.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna shoot a full magazine,
Find the biohazard container.
and then we immediately quick switch to continue firing. And then we have emptied everything. We immediately go to the cover. We reload our primary weapon. Sight in, lean in, go. Approach position. Cover. Reload. Reload. Sight in, lean in, approach position. Cover, reload, reload. Sight in, lean in, approach position. If you do it in this way, then you create some sort of habit that, first of all, you have more rounds than just the magazine of your primary weapon. That's one. You get used to the timings of your weapons. At what time are you completely wasted? You have absolutely zero ammunition, and you are required to fall back to any kind of cover in order to reload. You get a habit of getting into cover when you're low on ammo. So, for example, as you're panic spraying with your weapon, see, I'm already in cover, and now I can just reload. But, well, of course, I have wasted all my ammo. But the same is, for example, if you're just running, you have just one magazine. There. Now I just have one magazine of P90. And that's it. That's all I have for my life. So if I know that I have just like this, and I'm going to panic spray or I'm gonna do suppressive fire, then I'm just gonna. That's it. I'm now behind cover. Well, technically, if I reinforce this wall, then it counts as I'm in cover. Well, the enemy can't see me, so I'm definitely in cover. But you get used to quick switching your weapon in order to get into cover. That is the most important thing. You're quick switching your weapons in order to traverse to a more safe position. This is a kind of a suppressive fire with your primary weapon. You're gonna do tick tick tick. You're gonna do your, in order to get back to cover, in order to hide away, in order to ask your teammate to, hey, help me out. Yeah, it's like, I'm out of ammo, help me out. You're gonna call it out into your microphone so that your teammate can assist you with getting back to cover, reload your weapon, and then you again swap your situations. So for example, you can play here, you're spraying your P90 just for the sake of suppressive fire, just not to let them in, not to let them snipe you out. You're busy, and then you're just switching together with any of your teammates. He's coming here and you're going there. You're just switching places with him, and as you're switching places, you're spamming your pistol just so that they get suppressive fire, so that they don't get a chance to snipe you. And if you create these kinds of habits, not to empty out your weapons as I have right now, everything up to 0. If it's 0 on the left side, you made a mistake. Leave 1 round chambered at all times. I hope this was at least a little bit helpful. This was Noobs Master. Thanks for your attention, and bye bye.